Today we have a question about how to import SVGs and change the sizing once it gets into Design Space. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is the Creative Crafters Podcast. And this is another segment of your questions answered. Now, the answer to this particular question, the first thing you need to do is download your SVGs onto your computer. It usually goes into your downloads folder. Now, there could be an issue with downloading an SVG. If you click on it as SVG only, it will open up into a new tab on your browser. Then you have to right-click it and download it from there as an SVG, and that will help for sure. Now, I know on an iPad that becomes next to impossible, so there are other ways around it. And of course, you want to open it up in a browser of some sort on a computer. Seems to work just fine. Now, that's not the part we were after. The part we're after is how to import SVGs and change the sizing. Now, once you have an SVG and you open up Design Space, all you need to do basically is click on the word canvas on the top left. That will open up a canvas for you, and you'll see a download button at the bottom left side on the column. There is a download button. You want to click on that download button. That is going to really help you quite a bit here. So once you click on that, it'll ask you if you're going to upload an image or a pattern fill. You're simply going to click on upload image, and from there, once you upload an image, it asks you to drag and drop the file onto the screen or click on browse, and that is where you're going to go and you are going to find your SVG file. Now, sometimes your SVG files are inside a zip folder. So once you open it, you can't do anything with it. What you need to do is go back to your computer, find that zip file, and unzip it into a new folder. And that is the only way you're going to be able to upload your SVGs into Design Space. They must be unzipped. In other words, they need to be expanded. So once you come back to Design Space and you click on that upload and upload a file, you just simply click on the file name. In this case, I just happen to be looking at my own, which is everychildmatters.svg. You're going to click on open. Now it'll come up, it says prepare to prepare to upload. It will show a picture of the image. It says cut image, and that's exactly what you want. And then you just have to click on the upload button at the bottom right of your screen. And once you do that, you will find that your file is all of a sudden in the list of all the files that have been uploaded by you, SVG or otherwise. Now, the other part of the question is, how do you resize it? So click on any of your SVG images, and then at the bottom right, click on Add to Canvas. So now you're going to have an item on the screen, and this particular item is a certain size. If you click on it, if you look up at size at the top, it'll tell you width 11, height 17.393. That just happens to be the one I have here. If you type in another size, so for example, you wanted your width to be 6, you simply click in where it says size, replace the number that is in there with 6. It will automatically size exactly the way you want it. And that is how you're going to resize an SVG image. Now, there are other things that you can do. For example, you can click on the little lock at the top of the word where size is, and you can change the width but not the height, and the height and not the width, or just put your own numbers in there, and that will distort the image, but you can do it. But the easiest thing is just change the width or the height while the lock is on, and that will give you the ability to resize exactly what you want. Now, the question was all about uploading SVGs and how to resize them. And that is exactly the answer that we gave you. I hope this really helps. This has been the Creative Crafters Club podcast with answers. This has been the Creative Crafters Club with your questions answered.